Before we move on to our project, we need to set up our local dev environment and need to install a couple of tools. The very first one is an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Now, we'll be doing our project in Java, and there are many IDEs out there, such as Eclipse, NetBeans, but the one I personally like to use, and is also used in the industry as well, is IntelliJ. So let's install that. In Google, we can just search IntelliJ download. We can head over to the download section, and we just need the community edition. It has all the tools that we need for our project, and it's free. So let's install this. All right. So let's hit next. Now, I already have IntelliJ Install. It's an old version, so I'm just going to uninstall and install the new one. Let's just attach Java and Groovy associated to it. So any Java files that we open is going to open up in IntelliJ. Okay, so let's run this. So these are some of the projects I had done previously, so it's showing that. We're going to create a new project, so let's create a new Hello World project. And before we actually create a new Hello World project, we need to install this JDK. So I already have JDK 19 and 15 installed. So let's install JDK 17 as it has long-term support for it already. Again, we're going to head over to Google and just type in JDK install. We're going to head over to Oracle. And here we have Java 20, which is the latest one. So we need Java 17 as it still has long-term support for it. So let's go over to Java 17. And since I'm running on Windows, I'm going to use the Windows installer. Also, if you want to install for some reason a previous version of JDK, let's say 15 or Java 8, we can head over to Java Archive. It has all the versions listed of JDK that we can install all the way up to the first one. So let's install 17. I'm going to install it in the default programs files folder. All right, and that's it. Now we can head over to IntelliJ, and here we can click on Add JDK. And so I'm going to click on Add JDK here, head over to Program Files, go to Java, and click on JDK 17 here. And that's it. So our dev environment is set up, and let's create this project. All right, and if you run this, we should be able to. So actually, it's indexing JDK 17. Let it finish. All right, now we can run it. All right, and that's it. So this is our first Java program, Hello World. So IDEs are very powerful as they give us ease of writing code, compiling it. As you can see over here, it's passing in all these commands. Before, we would have to pass this ourselves manually. In IDE, it does it for us. So it's very easy and very powerful. We can also easily debug as well, which is very important in programming. Also in IntelliJ, we can easily install plugins that can make our lives even easier. For example, if I head over to File, Settings. So one of the ones that I've installed is Rainbow Brackets. It gives us like a nice GUI, like a nice colors of brackets. In the project, we're going to be using Docker. So we can install the Docker plugin as well, which I'll do later on. So here we did our setup for IDE and Java development environment as well. IDEs are very powerful, especially for large-scale projects, and it's going to greatly help us for the project we'll be doing. And the next tool that we're going to be installing is Git.